we discovered on the ultimate use for a pano. I'm so excited.
My palm been itching for some days now. I was sad last night, I'm okay now. Got some money from the bank, put a 20 in the tank. Best friend gave me 5, that's a PayPal. Cause lately the shit been tricking on me. A bad little bit went missing on me. I'm a confidential went missing on me. Ain't seen you in a while, are you checking on me? Cause I was sad last night, I'm okay now.
I'll explain what you're doing.
So I'm using Google Maps to site out where we can get some cool photos.
Which is like a really good idea. It has a 3D feature, so you can actually see like the actual layout of buildings and whatever. And for the type of photography you're doing today, it's gonna be really useful to have a lot of super tall, huge buildings.
I'm on the grind every day like Pretty Ricky. I want a house by the lake like Ricky. I don't really need much, I just need a couple bucks. Man,
Alright,
let's
get going. Alright, we're talking about panoramas today. You know what a panorama is, you know, like typical landscape stuff. Today we're going to be using the panorama technology for portraits. Now the great thing about this is that it can be done in pretty much any phone with this feature. So you don't need the newest best iPhone because you don't need the wide angle, you just need a normal camera. Anyways, today we set off to see how we could use this in 4 different locations. Let's get to it. First spot, we got these, they're like jutting up like pillars. Here's what it is. Sick. Okay, well, we're still testing. We're still getting better. It's a learning curve, but like 3 or so important parts. 1, I gotta stay as the model. I gotta stay perfectly still. 2, he's gotta do a nice, smooth, slow tracking of the pano. And 3, I don't know what's 3.
Practice.
Practice. Yeah, that's good. We have found spot number 2. How that building's rising up so epically. Round 2. Let's go. Okay, so one thing to remember. Panos distort the image a little bit, which is like actually one of the best parts of it. So if you want to show something super grand like that building, that's a very good usage of panos. And it's just something I'd never thought of before when thinking of panos. Like usually you just think of landscapes and whatever, but to actually use it for like portraits and shots of people is a very interesting thing. I don't know, I just never thought of it before this. Okay, I was just about to say I'm gonna do Paul now. We're not gonna do that.
No!
Alright, I'm gonna
Photograph Paul.
Okay, I'm gonna do it a Paul, and I'm gonna screen record it so you can see exactly what I'm doing. Oh, okay, so cool. So what I did there is I went straight up and then I bent it, so it really distorted his body.
Yeah, I posted that.
I did the thing again. Alright.
Why did it do the thing? Instead of standing up, just
right up the middle there, and you can see what's going on in the picture. I want to make sure to send a little bit more than you think you have to, and there we go. That's crazy. So whether you have a 6 or a 7 or whatever kind of phone you have, if you don't have wide angle, you can make do with pano. We're sliding here. Sometimes I actually find pano images are actually a little more sharp than the ultra wide, but they're just different photos, different ways of taking things. It's all preference and what you're shooting.
I'm a genius, right?
As the Paul's got up there, we're gonna do a nice little pano. The cool thing about panos is you can really decide on your composition while you're making it. And now I want a little bit of foreground in there, so I'm gonna get that green dumpster. I like it. There we go. Okay, and on photo shoots, remember, always be careful. Whoa! Explain what you've done, Paul.
Alright, so Pano has a thing where it takes multiple photos and then clips them together. So you can abuse that by waiting for it to clip and then look a different way. And then it will put the image together so you can get images like this.
So as a result, that is such a sick idea, man. This is like the potential of it. Hell
That's
yeah.
really cool.
That's dope.
That's not really noticeable until you look at it.
Exactly, yeah. Okay, real quick here, this needs a little bit of context. Me and Paul were in a Burger King or something messing around, and what happened is I took a pano, just for fun, of his face, and he looked up while I was taking the pano. So we just started experimenting, and this happened, and this happened, and this one happened, and that led to where we were then, which was we just wanted to mess around with it. So enjoy. So in playing with panos, we discovered on the ultimate use for a pano. This. And that is why we are walking into Lowe's right now at 4:30 on a Sunday to get this. I am so excited. We just did one try and nailed it. Okay, hope you guys enjoyed that. I am immeasurably stoked to post that on my Instagram. Go check it out here. Thank you, Paul, for taking that photo, that fantastic work of art. Follow him here, and I'll see you guys in the next video.
I'm pumping, itching for some days now. I was sad last night, I'm okay now. Got some money from the bank, put a 20 in the tank. Best friend gave me 5, that's a